Hi guys and gals, and we have videos from our archives at Retire in Mexico, and we're going to be re-editing them. They will be about living in, moving to, retiring in Mexico, so with lots of hints and tips. The prices in any of these videos, they're passé. You stay tuned. And today we're going to have a man recipe, mole pulled pork sandwiches. So you stay tuned and watch a guy cook in Mexico.
All right, so today we're gonna do a quick meal for guys that guys can make for themselves or for them and their significant other with leftover pulled pork from Mexico or carnitas. So we had a party, as you can see. We had a baptism for my daughter. We have a lot of leftover carnitas. But we're kind of tired of eating tacos. We've eaten carnita tacos for like 2.5 days and it gets old even though they're really good. So I said, well, why don't we make some barbecue sauce and get some buns and just make some sandwiches. And my wife has never had those, kind of like a pulled pork barbecue sandwich. So she was like, sure, I'm in. So we're gonna use mole today, which is a Mexican, very famous Mexican dish. It's a sauce actually. They put it on rice and poultry, and there's different kinds. The main one is from Puebla, Mexico. It's the most famous and my favorite. And Oaxaca has quite a few different ones, and I think there's one from Chiapas, but it's not that good, for me at least. So we're gonna do a very simple sauce. And we've got our buns, our pulled pork, ketchup. This is mole in a jar. You can get it at most grocery stores and even some small convenience stores carry it. So the brand doesn't really matter. We don't have a specific brand here. Just make sure it's poblano style. And honey. And we've got some cilantro and onion if you want to put it at the end. We've already got our pork cooked. This is the best part about it. You can buy this already cooked. It doesn't have to be a leftover meal. If you're just craving a barbecue or pulled pork sandwich, you can go to any carnita place and say, give me half a kilo, a quarter of a kilo, a third, whatever. And just keep it in the fridge. It's good for several days. It's already cooked. It's very delicious because they cook the pork in lard. They cook it in lard. They have this giant witch type cauldrons and they just fill it with lard and pork and cook it and chop it up. So we're gonna get our container for our sauce. We're gonna start with our main ingredient, which is ketchup. So we're done with our ketchup. Now we're gonna go with the mole first, and the reason is it is very concentrated. So if I put too much, it would take an insane amount of honey to overpower it. And you might give someone a diabetic coma. So we're going to start with this, and we're going to do 1 little teaspoon and just a little bit of juice. Maybe a little bit, just juice, not actual paste, because it's a paste in there. And now we're going to mix that around, and then we're going to taste it. And after we taste it, then we'll see how much honey we need, depending on how hot it came. Also, you remember the ketchup is already sweet. So our paste is dissolving into the ketchup. And because this is a guy recipe and you're probably here traveling or you live here or something, we're not using any crazy, like, you know, if my wife was doing this, she'd have the blender. But that's not how guys do it. We don't use blenders. We don't use any of that stuff. We just do a quick meal. This is great if you had a party or a dinner with this stuff because you bought it, or you could even take it left over if you went out to eat and you had some left and you ask it to go. And then the next day you're like, man, I'm hungry, but I don't feel like going out and I don't feel like ordering in. Or maybe you're just craving that sandwich, you know. Maybe you came from the Southwest or somewhere, or the South, and you're really used to good barbecue, and you're like, oh, I haven't had barbecue chicken or barbecue pork in so long. When was the last time you had barbecue chicken or barbecue pork in Mexico?
Mexico? Wow.
It's been a hot minute, huh?
Yeah.
They have so many other good stuff to try, but sometimes you just want a little taste of home. Alright, so I'm going to say that's pretty good for now. So, Fred, will you do the honor?
Sure.
And let me know what that tastes like.
Tastes good. I'd say not too much honey though.
Not too much honey, so it's already pretty good with just the moly and the ketchup. So let's just do a little bit of honey, just for consistency. And also you can keep adding and tasting. Remember, Fred is not big on the spicy, are you, Fred?
No.
So Fred is not really big on the spicy stuff. So this might be a mild sauce right now. But if you're into the hotter stuff, trust me, if you put enough of that mole, it will be hot. That's a very concentrated paste. This is like to make a couple big pots of mole. So we added our honey. All right, so I'll tell you what, put that spoon down, use this one.
Okay.
What's it taste like now?
I'd put a little more honey for me.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
Is it still hot?
No, not really. If it was hot, I'd know.
Okay. So what are you getting out of this? You're not going to get a smoky flavor like you would in the States because it's a
Right.
mole-based barbecue sauce. So what are you getting out of it?
More of a sweet taste.
A sweet taste. Can you taste the Mexican spices?
Yes, I can.
You've had mole actually quite a lot this last week.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We went to Guatemala and we had some, and then we had some in Salina Cruz.
This is actually better than the one in Guatemala.
Really?
Yeah.
Theirs wasn't that good, but it was okay. The one in Salina Cruz was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One last try.
Now for me, that's good.
That's good. All right, well, we're doing it for you.
Yeah.
Our expat. So we're gonna get our bun, grab some of our pulled pork, Mexican style, cooked in lard, from the local carnitas place. And if you're in Mexico, there's carnitas everywhere. I don't think there is a state or a city that doesn't have a local carnitas guy. If there is, you need to open one and you'll be rich. You will be rich. Let me get that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna throw it on there. And like I said, you can play with this. I mean, if you want it hotter or you want it sweeter, whatever. But the main thing is, we're showing you an easy way to make a barbecue sauce. I mean, how long did that take, really? You know, because you got to use the mole you can just have at your house in the pantry, or you can get, you know, even at the convenience stores. You don't even have to go to a large grocery store. Now, would you like onion and cilantro in that?
No,
or are you
I'm
good?
do it just like that.
Well, let us know what that tastes like. Have a seat.
Like Brenda likes.
Have you a seat and let us know what that tastes like.
Oh, that's good.
It's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
Would you make that?
Yep.
Do you think you could make that the way we made it today? Or is it too
Oh yeah.
complicated?
No, I can. It's easy.
It's an easy deal, huh? 3 ingredients plus the
Three
meat.
ingredients to the meat.
Well, there you go. All you got to do is get you some honey, ketchup, mole paste. The brand doesn't really matter. Preferably poblano mole. Your Mexican carnitas or pulled pork cooked in lard, and some buns. That's it. We'll have some more recipes for you guys. I think the next one we're going to do is going to be some very favorite tacos of mine. But this is going to be a man recipe, and it's chicharron tacos, pork rind tacos. So stay tuned.
That was excellent. Oh, I enjoyed that very much. Good job, son.
That's it. Be sure to subscribe and share and hit like to help our channel out. Will you be booking flights, hotel rooms, or a cruise? Use our link below to help us out. Do you need to be able to read your mail while you're living in Mexico? Do you need travel insurance or health care insurance in Mexico? Would you like to book a live chat to answer your questions? Check our links below. Life where? In Mexico!